Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the T40, the Tier 4 American tank destroyer. It's located on the northeast spawn of Glacier and it's under the command of ProvoBob. And no, you're not watching another replay of exactly the same battle. The last one we did was also in Glacier and on the same spawn point. This time round he's in the same spawn point, but it's a different battle altogether. And I think you will see why. Okay, game started. Now he's armed it with a 76mm gun, which is the tier 6 gun on a tier 4 tank destroyer, capable of 115 alpha, penetrating 128mm of armor with standard ammo, and that goes up to 177 with the APCR. And he can also do 185 alpha if he can penetrate 38mm of armor with the HE. Now the T40, as I may have mentioned before, is a failed tank destroyer. It was sent for testing at Aberdeen Proving Grounds as the T24 and after modification as the T40. And although the army put in an order for 1,000 of them based on the M3 hull with the M1918 3-inch anti-tank gun, the order was cancelled after 4 months simply because the army decided it was not a good ambush predator. It was too big, too easy to spot, and they had a shortage of the anti-tank guns, so they decided instead to cancel the contract and go with some of the other designs instead. First shot, he does a critical hit on the T127 rather, the Soviet Tier 3 Premium Light. That guy's trying to get away as quickly as he can. He keeps getting critical hits, but he doesn't actually take the guy or do any damage. Long range shooting. That's better, that hit the target. And he looks like he might be in trouble, and now he's out of the game. First kill. Now I did question the wisdom of him going round the ring road, because he's likely to meet something coming the opposite way that could do damage to him. He's spotted an SAU-40 and another T40 over in the distance, and he can easily pen both of these guys. One more shot to kill the SAU-40. He didn't get it. Go for it again. Yes, he got him this time. Go for the T40, who's using a ridgeline to pull up and take shots. No, that went to the left. No shot now. There's a Locust in sight, but he's behind rocks. Now, I question the wisdom of going around the perimeter road, mainly because this thing has got no armour as such, which makes it fairly vulnerable to any enemy anti-tank gun or tank gun that he might come across. In fact, that's one of the reasons why the army rejected the T40, was because really it was too high a profile, too easy to spot, and there was questionably no armour whatsoever on it. Well, certainly not enough to stand any shots from the enemy, and that guy has got a purple star next to his name, which means he's a reasonably good player in a reasonably good tank, the Panzer Mark III Aslains E. Now it may be a tier 3 tank, but if he's got the 5cm gun he can do a lot of damage, and it's probably worthwhile ProvoBob disappearing down one of those gullies to get down to the level below rather than try and face off against this guy. He's got a much faster fire rate. ProvoBob's not bad, he's got 3.5 seconds per shot. But he's just too easy to hit. And there's the Panzer III now firing at him. Missed on that occasion because he was down in the dip at the time. Well, the Panzer IIIe is named Barbie Sniper, and I think that's a real player. There are bots in this game, as there are on virtually all of the Asia server games. But yep, that's a real player, that guy. The bots are the guys with semicolons against the name. There are 2 tanks down on the enemy at the moment, unfortunately. Now they've managed to get one back. Okay, I think ProvoBob probably needs to pull back much further away than that Panzer IIIe. Oh, he's gone down one of the dips himself. In fact, actually, he's going back to his own cap. And that might be something to do with the Matilda that's on the ice nearby. So that's emboldened ProvoBob to actually take the vehicle forward and try and get shots on the guy as he returns to his own cap area. Can't see anything at the moment. Oh my god, there's an enemy light tank made it as far as our Arty at near our cap area. Just spotted him on the mini-map and I think, oh, that's going to be a problem. We're about to lose our Arty. Yep. We've just lost one of our Arty, the Bison, the Bison, and we've just lost the other one. So 2 Bison have been taken down by the Locust that we saw earlier in the game. He's managed to sneak past us and all the way around the map, and in fact there's a Panzer 1C by our cap as well, and ProvoBob's just been spotted by the enemy. 6th sense went off. You need to get back to the cap, and there's the guy who spotted you. It was the other Locust, and he takes him out with one shot. Actually, I suspect that the other guy, that was a bot. The other guy you saw earlier was probably the one he saw and disengaged, or it might have been this guy, I'm not sure. But yeah, there's a number of enemy tanks near our cap here, and there's only 3 left on our team, facing 7 enemies. This is rather awkward. He needs to get back to stop them capping out. They've got a Locust and a DW2 up there. They did have a Panzer 1C in sight, but he has been taken out the game now. Well, they're capping now. Only 1 in the cap so far, but they could easily put 2 in the cap. I think he's just too far away. He's got binos, so he might be able to spot them. Oh, Type 91, Type 91. Take him out first. Don't try to get close to the cap until you've taken out the Type 91, or you will suffer. He's firing this way with HE rounds. And he does get the kill, even though his gun didn't appear to be on the target. That's a bit odd. Okay, should be able to see them through these bushes. There they are. Go for the resets. Yep, gets that one in. Yeah, nice, but where are the other ones? You need to get the other guys as well, and you can't get a proper reset, and he can't see the other ones. He needs to get closer still, and he's going to take some damage now because he's going to be exposed. 2 shots to kill the DW, and another. Oh, and the Hetzer got the kill there, but he needs to get closer to find out where they are in the cap. Using the tree line. There's the Locust. Difficult to see those little things. He gets a reset. Potentially got the high caliber. We've lost the Hetzer. And he's all alone now, facing all that Panzer III. He's coming up behind him. Oh dear, and here he comes. This is going to be difficult. He tracks him with his first shot. The guy fixes his tracks, uses a repair kit, and he's been tracked again. Now take him out. 3 shots should be enough to do it, but he's receiving fire as he does it. 1 more. Yes, he gets the kill, but he's lost a lot of hit points. He's only got 44 left now. And he's facing 3 opponents. A Valentine 2, a Bison, and a Vespa. Now the Bison and the Vespa are Arty, Tier 3. The Bison is the Sturmpanzer 1, and the Vespa, well, that's a 105mm armed Panzer II conversion. Oh, and the Valentine 2 gets him. And that is the end of the game. Oh my god, it was looking so good. Potentially, he could have actually ended up with a Kolobanov, because I think that there was a 5 tanks facing him, but he killed 2 of them and then got taken out by the Valentine. A little OP premium Russian light. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats for this one. Well, still an ace tanker for ProvoBob in the T40. He managed to get a duelist for taking down 2 tanks that damaged him, a fire prefect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle, and a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 11. He got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game. He also got a top gun for getting at least 6 kills. That last one, the Panzer IIIe, was his 6th. He also got a defender for resetting the cap and getting at least 70 defense points in the process. But unfortunately he was killed in the end by the Valentine II. 12,830 was the win rate on this one, and I think that's slightly higher than the last one he had. Shows that he's very consistent and doing a lot of damage with this vehicle, both at close range and long range. But I think some of the ways he plays it, this vehicle, is not exactly very helpful, because of course he can take a lot of damage if you get too close to the enemy. On the team score, well, we can see he did get the highest damage, 2,008 hit points of damage. The next high score was that Unicum with 1,630 in the Panzer IIIe, Barbie Sniper, a real player. And the next high one after that was the T40 on the enemy team. He got 1,480 hit points of damage. He got a Confederate, and the Locust got a Pescucci's medal for killing both of our Arty, or 2 of our Arty. But unfortunately in the end it was this Valentine II. He only got a few shots off in that game. In fact, he actually only fired 20 rounds, got 12 hits, 3 penetrations, and of course the penetration that mattered that won the game. So yeah, it's not a great play by that guy, but certainly he did win the game for his team. And we can see that the field was populated by quite a few bots in that game. Yeah, I'm afraid it was another Asia server. Let's have a look at detail. Oh, did we actually cover the... No, we didn't cover the rest. Let's have a look. On kills, he did get 6 kills. He got his top gun. The next high scorer being the Locust, who got the kills on the Arty. 4 kills for him. 3 kills with the Panzer IIIe and the Hetzer with the derp gun. At least I think it was the derp gun he had. And when it came to base XP, it's the Locust who did the best with 881. The Panzer IIIe got 594. Actually, 1 XP behind ProvoBob with 595, so he got the second on base XP, but he was on the losing team. 33 shots fired this time, 24 direct hits, 20 penetrations, and damage of 2,008 hit points, of which 595 were at more than 300 meters. He received 8 hits from the enemy this time round. 7 of them were penetrations, 1 non-penetration. Most of the penetrations came from that Panzer IIIe, and he did an awful lot of damage. As I said earlier during the game, that Panzer IIIe is not somebody you want to come up against and try and exchange shots with, because he will do a lot of damage to you with his 5cm gun. And yes, he's got the fire rate to take you down. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 6, and did 285 hit points of damage resistance, plus he got 100 defense points by resetting the cap. On a premium count, he earned 24,681 credits, got 2,585 for courageous resistance. That's for getting an epic or battle hero medal in a losing or drawn game. He got 3 medals on this one. And 27,266 credits altogether, but the problem was he did fire a lot of APCR, and I've said before in his previous battles, he doesn't need to fire premium rounds, he only needs to fire standard AP, and he will get the pens on this vehicle, because it's a very, very good gun. It's a tier 6 gun, tier 4 tank destroyer. You're going to get pens on the enemy. If you fire APCR, you will lose credits in this game, and he lost credits to the tune of 20,433 from this game alone. 892 XP, 496 for courageous resistance, and took away 1,389 experience points altogether. But it was a loss. Yeah, I'm afraid he got taken out by the Valentine II. He couldn't see that guy approaching. But as I said before, when he was actually attacking the Type 95 or Type 91 as he was coming up the slope, he had to take these guys out because he couldn't attack the Locust head on without somebody shooting him in the side. And he didn't see the Valentine II coming up the slope. And so when he turned around to move back to his cap area and to concealed position, the Valentine II took him out, and that was the end of the game. So, great pity that it ended up the way it did, but kind of understandable, really. If you enjoyed that replay, we've got another replay coming very shortly. This is a even more interesting one than the last. Yeah, they've all been interesting in terms of the number of medals he keeps picking up, but wait until you see the next one. I think you'll be excited, and yes, I think you'll enjoy it. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like, do subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.